Welcome back to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. In today's video, we're going to be predicting the Tennessee Titans record. Titans have a pretty favorable schedule, if you ask me. They're really good with the addition of Julio Jones. They were really good as before that, so they're just going to be even better offensively. A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, Julio Jones. That's a pretty good offense, if you ask me. The offensive line is really solid. And don't forget, they do have some running backs behind Derrick Henry that can come in once in a while and make a big difference. Just a really good team. So let's get into the schedule. And real quick before I do get into the schedule, make sure, if you do enjoy these videos where I'm going through every team. So make sure to subscribe, put the bell on so you don't miss those. Hit the like button. And if you do want exclusive content, make sure to check out my Patreon. The link will be in the description or just in the channel about page, So let's get into this video. So week 1 at home versus Arizona Cardinals. I think they're gonna beat the Cardinals at home. I think they're gonna come out firing. They're gonna come out firing real fast. That Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Henry, Tannehill, and that offensive line is decent. They're going to come out firing. They're going to be a really good team. So I guess we'll see there. I really think they're going to beat the Cardinals. Don't get me wrong. I think the Cardinals are talented, but I'm not as high on the Cardinals as a lot of people are. I'm not a huge fan of Kyler Murray, if you ask me. Yeah, I think he's borderline top 10. I'm just not a big fan of Kyler Murray. He's not good in the pocket. I'm just not crazy about Kyler Murray, and I think that pass rush will be able to get to him a bit. I'm just not crazy about him. And I think the Titans in week 1, I think they beat the Cardinals. I really do. And then week 2, playing the Seahawks. The Seahawks are always really hot to start the year. Really good team to start the year all the time. Russell Wilson comes out firing. They're a really good beginning of the year team. I think they're going to drop this game. I think this is where they're going to have a hiccup with all these playmakers and such. I think they're going to have a little bit of a hiccup. Yeah, the Seahawks may not have as good of defense, but that offense is insane, and I think that offense will be able to outscore the Titans offense. Maybe the Seahawks won't be able to run as well, but they're still going to be able to run against the Titans front because, that offense line did get a little better. They signed Gabe Jackson. They have that Trent Brown, I believe his name is, or whoever that tackle is. They have a few other guys, on that offense line that can make a difference. It's a little better than last year. Not much, but it's a little better. Week 2, they dropped to Seahawks. Week 3 at home versus the Colts. I have them winning that game versus the Colts. I think the Titans have the best shot to sweep this whole division over the Colts, over the Texans, over the Jaguars, of course. I think, if Carson Wentz is a good quarterback this year, it's a big question. If Carson Wentz isn't good, of course the Colts are going to be really bad. But if he is good, the Colts are going to be really good. There's really no in between. So, really good Colts team, but week 3, Carson Wentz still may not be going. He still may be trying to get used to his wide receivers. I say that the Titans beat Indy at home and then go to week 4 versus the New York Jets. I say they beat the Jets. The Jets are a really good team. They're a really good up-and-coming team. Really young, a lot of potential, but they're still a few years away yet. Zach Wilson can make a few plays here and there. Denzel Mims, Elijah Moore. They have a few players. Corey Davis. This may be a Corey Davis revenge game. Don't forget that. Nonetheless, a really good young Jets team. And the defense is a little better than you think. I'm not a big fan of the offensive line, but this Jets team is very young with a lot of potential. I just got to see it to come together, and I don't think that's going to be this year. I think that's going to be next year. But this year, Titans are going to beat them. Week 5 in Jacksonville. I'm going to have Jacksonville surprising and beating the Titans week 5. A really good Titans team and a really good Jacksonville team. But, I think Jacksonville is going to surprise people this year, and I think they're going to be a really good team. Offensively, at least. The Jaguars don't really have a spot on their team where you go and say, they have a big hole there. They don't. Their offense is, pretty well-rounded. not that it's extremely talented, not that they're scary talented, but the offense definitely is scary. If Trevor Lawrence is anything of what he's supposed to be coming out, this offense is going to be crazy. As I was saying, Trevor Lawrence, DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault, Marvin Jones, DJ Chark. I think I just said him, but nonetheless, a really good Jaguars team. Travis Etienne, James Robinson, and that offense line is only getting better. I think this Jaguars offense alone is enough to compete, and I think they're going to stun the Titans. And I think the Jaguars defense is a little better than some people may say. So, I think this Titans team is going to drop one to the Jaguars. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the Titans are really good, and it's going to be a really tough game for the Jaguars. But I think this is going to be a signature win for the Jaguars early on. A signature win nonetheless for Trevor Lawrence. So that's what I have for that one. So, and then you have Week 6 and Week 7, two really good teams in Buffalo and Kansas City. I have them winning both of those games. They have a longer week to prepare for Buffalo, and the Titans with more time are always really dangerous, especially in prime time as well with Derrick Henry. I just really think that they're going to come out and they're going to beat Buffalo, and then on a little bit of a shorter week, I have them going to Kansas City. Or no, they're at home for both of these games. My bad, but I think they're going to beat Kansas City as well. I think they're going to surprise people. They're probably not. I mean, not really surprise people, but I think they're going to beat Kansas City. They can keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. They're a team that can really contend and beat and play against Kansas City and keep with them. And I think this is a game in the regular season where the Titans are going to show them that, and I think the Titans are going to beat two of these really good teams. And then Week 8, they're playing the Colts. I think the Colts are going to win this one. Like I said earlier, I think the Titans have the best shot to sweep the Colts over the Colts sweeping the Titans. A really good Colts team, a really well-rounded team, like I said earlier. Depends on Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz will be going now a little bit. So I think the Colts, are going to win this one. And then you have the Rams. I'm going to have them beating the Rams. They're going to Los Angeles, so that sucks. But nonetheless, they're going to be able to run the ball on the Rams. Yeah, the Rams have really good defense, but they did lose some pieces. So I do think that this Titans team will be able to come out and really, play some offense on this Rams defense. Yeah, that Rams offense will be able to play offense on the Titans defense, but I think this Titans team can, run the ball. Of course, as we know, they can run the ball, and I think that's going to be a difference. They have a much better running back. I just think that this Titans team is going to go to Los Angeles and redeem themselves in Los Angeles on Sunday Night Football. And then you have the Saints and the Texans at home. I think they're going to beat both of them. I think they're going to win both of those games. Just really good games, two young teams. The Saints are trying to figure things out now, and the Texans are trying to figure things out. The Texans, they're young, but they also, don't have too much. No disrespect, but I mean, if Watson plays, these could be really good games. These could all be really good games that the Texans are in. Could you imagine Deshaun Watson versus Trevor Lawrence? The two Clemson quarterbacks. That's gonna be fun. But will it happen? We don't know. And if Watson does play, it's going to be fun. But if he doesn't, I don't think the Texans are in for a good season regardless. But it could be more fun with Watson. And then Week 12, they go to Foxborough and they drop one to the Patriots. A really much improved Patriots team. They signed Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne. Of course, they drafted Mac Jones, who will start Week 1. We don't know, but by now I would say it will be Mac Jones. Mac Jones will still be figuring it out, and I think this is going to be a game where Mac Jones is really going to figure it out with Bill Belichick against this Titans defense. Yeah, they have really good pass rush, but that Patriots offense line is insane. It's top 3, if not the best in the league. I think they're going to be able to limit that. And then that's going to make it rough on their linebackers and their corners, even on their safeties. So I think I think they're going to go into Foxborough, and I think they're going to take a loss. The Patriots are still going to be mad from what happened a few years ago. So that's my prediction for that week. Week 13 bye week, really good week for a bye week. Get a chance to rest up. And then you stay home next week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they're going to beat the Jaguars this time around. No surprises this time. They're going to get the revenge at home. And then they're going to travel to Pittsburgh the next week. I think they're going to beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a really good team, as we know. But, it could be the opposite this year. I can maybe see this Pittsburgh team being really bad on offense the first few weeks. And then maybe that offense catching fire after that, maybe the second half. It could be the opposite like that, and that defense could be just enough to keep them in the playoff race. But I don't think that's going to be enough. And I don't think that offense is going to be enough, unless Big Ben gets going, unless that offensive line helps, unless the running back helps, Najee Harris. But nonetheless, I think the Titans are going to Pittsburgh and they come out with a win. Then Thursday Night Football against the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to have the Titans taking this one as well. A really good team in the Niners. I just think that, I think the Titans are going to be able to run it. As we know, the Titans are really good on primetime games, especially with Henry, Tannehill, AJ Brown, and now especially they have Julio. Just really good team all in all. So I think they can take care of San Fran at home. And then they have the Dolphins at home. I think they're going to get upset by the Dolphins here. They're getting ready to get in that playoff mode, get in that playoff stretch. I think the Dolphins will beat them. And then week 18 against the Texans, they're going to end up with a win probably. Even if they do rest their starters, I still don't think the Texans could beat the Titans, if you ask me. The Titans are a decently deep team. They have some really good players in some important backup positions. So let's review a little bit. So the Cardinals win. Seahawks lose 1-1, 2-1. They're gonna beat the Colts. Jets 3-1. They're gonna beat the Jaguars 4-1. No, they're gonna lose to the Jaguars 3-2, and then they're gonna go on a 2-1 win streak against two really good teams, which is gonna make them 6-2 on that 2-1 win streak. 6-3 when they play the Colts. 7-3 when they play the Rams. 8-3, 9-3. And that stretch against Rams, Saints, Texans, which is going to make them 9-3. They're going to lose to the Patriots, 9-4. They're going to beat the Jaguars, 10-4. They're going to beat the Steelers, 11-4. They're going to beat the Niners, 12-4. They're going to lose to the Dolphins, 12-5, 13-5, something around there, 13-4, 12-5, something around there. Really good Titans team. So only time will tell, and we'll see if they make any more moves, which I don't think they will. But if they do, it's possible. They don't really have much cap space. They already have to restructure some contracts already, just for Julio. So I don't think they're going to make any more moves. So that's my predictions for the Tennessee Titans. So thank you for tuning in. That's going to be it for today's episode. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time.